And as you heard there, Iran's foreign minister saying basically this shouldn't be happening. We should get out of Yemen and let them do what they're going to do. An interesting note that the Saudi-led coalition obviously began what's going on there now. And apparently the White House, the administration, didn't have a heads up before that happened. I want to play something that Senator John McCain had to say about maybe why we didn't get notice ahead of time.
I understand why these countries, led by Saudi Arabia, did not notify us nor seek our coordination or assistance in this effort. And that is because they believe that we are siding with Iran. A Middle Eastern head of one of the Gulf countries told me, and I quote him, "We believe that it is more dangerous to be a friend of America's than an enemy."
Nina, that's quite a statement.
It's quite a statement. And, you know, I was in Saudi Arabia shortly after the red line remark of the president, which he failed to follow up on in Syria. And, you know, I don't know if they think, you know, the Saudis consider the U.S., they certainly don't consider the U.S. reliable after that since then, and it's only devolved since. And Julie talks about tentacles. Well, the key tentacle I think viewers have to understand is that the Middle East is imploding, and this White House is negotiating with one of the chief instigators of that implosion, which is Iran. Iran's backed Houthis came into Yemen, knocked out the U.S.-supported government. We now have no presence there. Al-Qaeda of Yemen, which of course was behind the Paris attacks and is considered a real threat to homeland here, has plenty of running room now. Iran in Syria has backed Assad, who now we know is dumping chlorine gas on his citizens on top of everything else. And even in Iraq, where we're both supposedly on the same side against ISIS, it complicated U.S.-Iraq efforts this week to retake Tikrit. So this is, and yet officials keep saying, White House officials anonymously say, well, you got to look at the big picture, which is this deal that we're coming to, this historic nuclear deal with Iran. That's the big picture, not these other implosions.